morning. Thanks for hanging with us here on After GMS, experiencing some tech issues that we're still trying to work out. So if we have to wrap things quickly, just know it's because of that. I'm Tracy McCain here with meteorologist Christian Morgan. And what is that?
I think that's what's causing all the problems. All the fog.
Always a culprit.
It's a thick morning of fog across the Piedmont, and that's likely, and if you've been up since early this morning, you know that that's been with us for several hours, even since early last night. Once the sun started to set, that fog really set in and is locked in place. Visibility is well below a mile for most of us all across the Triad this morning. As you take a live look at some of our weather cameras, all of us socked in under fog. So keep that in mind as you travel out and about this morning to work and school. Give yourself plenty of time, give yourself plenty of room between you and the car in front of you to account for that. That fog likely sticks with us through midday, and then as we go into the afternoon, we'll start to clear things out. We'll get a little more sunshine back in the picture, and that should help us warm up into the 60s, maybe some upper 60s for folks down to the south. They'll warm up a little quicker than folks here in the Triad and points to the north. But I expect us all to be in the 60s this afternoon, and then guess what? We cool it right back down again as we head into the weekend. Chilly Saturday with clouds, chilly rain on Sunday morning, drying out heading into next week.
Well, it is a dreary, gray, damp, and dank start to the Triad day. Oh, there's a fog too. The sky cameras behind us really tell this story on I-40 near Gallimard Road in Greensboro. It's just so thick and hard to see. Add the wet roads, and it's kind of dangerous out there. We want to know what it's like at your house. And just type it in the comments here. I can tell you that this morning when I walked outside of my house, I was like, okay, my lights, there's nothing wrong with those. I'm like, the windshield wipers are going. I'm like, I can't see anything. So immediately I was like, Christian, is there a fog advisory? You're like, yep. But this really does paint the picture. It's just pretty miserable out.
It does, and if you look out over downtown Greensboro or Winston-Salem or Burlington or wherever you may be, you can hardly even make out the buildings. Typically in our Greensboro sky camera, it's really easy to see the Lincoln Financial Building. You can't even really make that out this morning with the fog. Again, visibility is less than a mile. So that means if you're looking out in front of you, the furthest you can see is half a mile. Normally on a clear day, visibility is around 10 to 12 miles, maybe more than that in some cases. So this is really cutting down on that. Of course, we've seen some crashes this morning because of the fog. And the reason we have this is we have not only we have all this warm air that's trying to move in, all of the cold air that we have locked in place. So that makes all of our air condense, all the moisture in the air condense. So that's why we have that fog. And we have what we call an Appalachian wedge setup or cold air damming setup. So the cold air can't really move a lot, and we have warm air from the south trying to move in. And so it kind of hits that roadblock there. So until we're able to clear the clouds and until we're able to get sunshine this afternoon, the fog is going to be sticking with us. So I would expect through 10, 11 o'clock this morning, it's going to be foggy.
All right, so be safe out there. That is the main story today. A lot of people are saying they are seeing fog in their neighborhood too, which I'm not surprised about because this is across the Triad. Rhonda says it's damp and foggy and also chilly. Trina Pratt says it's foggy, foggy, foggy. So just be safe out there. Remember at the beginning of this, I said we're having some technical issues. That's continuing, and we're going to have to kind of condense our programming today, but we'll be back with you on Monday on After GMS. We're so sorry for the tech issues, but sometimes the fog has its way.
Has its own way.
All right, we'll see you guys next time. Take care.